What else? What else?
um, oh, well, Drake. He's corny ass.
For all the dogs. Why would he name an album that? Tell me.
Because it's for all his dogs. Like he's
He's
because he
like,
corny as hell. What do you mean it's Drake? That's honestly, that's the Drakest thing he's ever done.
he's like, and what?
Yeah,
He's a dog.
that man loves attention. Like he like likes it, but then at the same time it's like no, but don't. You know?
Right.
'Cause, like don't be all up in my shit, but be all up in mine.
Yeah. Yeah. What's that? Damn it. What'd you call it? Fake humbleness.
And he's a Scorpio. Like
Oh.
he's a mess.
Okay.
And he's biracial. It just keeps going on.
Damn.
Identity crisis over here.
Damn. Since Pusha T, you know.
I know, but see, like the thing is, like, okay, so when he went against Meek Mill, it was like, okay, like he's being like a smart ass. He was like, he went about it good. But then when that whole thing happened, exactly, it's but like how didn't Pusha T say like it's because nobody had like shit on him or didn't want to say like the shit that they had on him. And then, like, you know, Pusha T was like, well, I don't give a fuck, right? Because, like...
Well, because all Drake had to do was mention his wife. And he was like, oh, for real?
He's like, bet.
Yeah. Because, like, in the interviews, he was saying that. Like, he's like, oh, but when he mentioned my wife... He was like, who is this man? Oh, I see. He's got a problem with... He's got a problem with marriage. I mean, he just broke it down. And I was like, yo... Yeah. He was on target. What can you say?
Drake, that's what Drake thought he had done to Meek Mill. Like, you know, he was trying to get in his
shit.
head, you know.
Yeah.
Some of them lines he was like, he cut a little deep with them.
Yeah.
I know Meek was like crying about it to Nicki. Cause now he's hanging out with Diddy.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Wait, what? Wait, what?
I said, cause now he's hanging out with Diddy. We know what that means.
Damn. Damn.
No, but Drake's been like, now he's like, he's not clever with his like, with the shots that he's taking. Like, it's like very obvious at this point, and whenever like he's like calling someone out in his like songs recently,
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not clever, like, or I'm like, or like you're, if you're gonna be so blatant with like some of the references that we know would be like about like Rihanna or like name dropping like what I think he said Michelle Obama, like just certain things, it's just like, yo, you're just like, what was the point of that? Honestly, like people have already broken it down. It does go back to what he said about the whole thing with like the marriage. Like he has like a parent wound that just like unfortunately has like, or fortunately because he's so corny. What's it called? I think the rest of the world is like catching up on that. Does that make sense? Because I feel like quite a bit of us are already like, yeah, he's a little weird. You know, like from the get, like especially once the whole thing like with his acting stuff. Like I think whenever sometimes like, especially, you know, like the older generation of rappers, like you really had to have struggled, right? In order to make like your persona be. But now they don't need to do that, you know, because like now it's the way they're getting into the music industry is like, it's a little different as far as like having, I guess, like the street cred. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like Drake was pretending to have the street cred and didn't, because he was actually like a little more privileged than what he was letting off. Does that make sense? So then like it takes away from him being like authentic to what he's talking about.
Yeah.
You know, and I understand fake it till you make it, but not on those certain things. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. He's just been like, I think when I first picked up on it was with the Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion. It's like one thing to be like supportive of your friends, but then to go as far as what Drake did and like talk shit about her and like do it like that. I was like, yo, you're like a whole grown ass man. What's wrong with you? You know?
Yeah, and now it makes me think like no one called him out on it.
They did, but
They did?
it was like
Oh, wait.
women or black women, and you know that men don't care about that stuff.
Wait. Well, actually, I mean from like the Houston artists because I know.
Oh yeah, nobody did.
I know Bun B went after or called out Tory Lanez because of how he was behaving throughout the whole, series of events, aftermath, going, to the possibility of being charged and so forth. I guess when he was doing like the freestyles and whatever, like you're saying that Drake is doing now, yeah, Bun B was calling him out like, yo, now you're like making fun of it or whatever. Like you need to respect that woman, And now, not to say that it's anyone's obligation, but I'm just thinking, right? Like because he's talking about Megan again, right? So I figured, like, hey, yo, just because Tory did it, like, what makes you think like you can just say something also? Like, do they not see that correlation like between the two? Like, like, but I also think about how he has connections in Houston because that's how he made it because of like I forget whose son discovered him, and gave him that whole Houston style to blow up with, right. So maybe that's why because there's a relationship there.
But even so, then I would feel like because I feel like what is it? Jay Prince, is that who it is?
Yeah. But Junior is the one that like discovered him. But also because exactly he himself has come he came to his aid when Pusha T dropped his diss track back at him. And was like, oh, we're not gonna go any further with it. Right. So they come or like protect Drake, but now that it's happening to Megan from Drake. Oh, and then he did that little, shot at one of his concerts where he's like, oh, and shout out to like Megan. And I don't know if he was in Houston because I think he was like, yeah, like Megan who put Houston on the map. And then she was like, oh, and then he continues and he's like, oh, not that Megan, because the crowd was like cheering, thinking, of course, who else were you going to think about?
Right.
Come on now.
Right.
And he's like, no, not that Megan, the other Megan, the one that like, I guess other rapper that, I mean, I'm sorry, no, I don't think anyone knew who he was talking about. But the fact that he did it like that and I think he was in Houston, So, damn.
I know it didn't help Megan because, first of all, she was like sticking to like street code and not snitching. Like that's what she was doing, and how that hurt her. Not in the court because she got her justice in the court with Tory Lanez. It was more of in the court of public opinion. A lot of people still didn't, even when like you can look it up and see and everything and the like hospital records, everything, right? Regardless of what she said, if you're seeing the evidence that it's showing, right, like pictures and stuff, why do y'all still choose to like not believe it? Like all of a sudden, oh, that's fake, that's made up, right?
And, yeah.
Fuck, where was I going with that? Well, I was just gonna say like, she like got her on that end of it, and
You think 'cause she spoke out?
No, so at first she was staying quiet, and that's why like everybody like he ran with the narrative at first, and so then eventually when she started, because she's like, well, hold up, like I've been having her back so they won't press charges, but now you like talking shit, making fun of it, then no, and so then she retracted and was like, hold up, this is what actually happened. But at that point, like the damage was done, and they were like, nah, see, now she's just trying to be petty, blah blah blah.
Damn.
And I'm like, no, I was like she was trying to hold it down how it was supposed to be.
Yeah,
he didn't respect her for that, because at the end of the day, that's what it is like anytime a woman does something like that against like where she disrespects herself in the process, men no longer look at them in the same way. And so then he continued with the disrespect because like he's like, right, she ain't gonna say nothing, so now I'm gonna change it how I want it. And then that was like that's how that turned into such a mess, right? But he still got like charged, like
Yeah.
then the fucking label she's on, which would make sense why nobody was like saying anything to like clear her name and like back her up.
Damn.
Was because she was trying to get out of the deal of the stuff, because they were like saying, oh no, you still owe us like 3 more albums or something. She's like, no, I don't. Like I already did what I said I was gonna do. And then they were like, pretty much that's why it's like, I'll bet this happens, you figure it out then. Like we're not gonna, fix this for you. It's just gonna play out how it plays out.
That's crazy.
So like that at the same time, and then Drake on top of it. Then whatever stupid ass album he like dropped at the time where he took the shot at her, I was just like, but because of Tory Lanez, like he wanted to be
just
like,
because.
Well, that's why everybody's like, why? And it's like, oh, someone says because like he tried to be like, oh, I used to like want, and she was like, no. And he like, I was like, oh, you salty because she like rejected you and then like said it because she wanted people to, babe, it's like, come on now, Rihanna didn't even want to like claim you, like SZA didn't want to claim you. This was SZA before the plastic surgery. Like, are you kidding me? Like,
and now
ain't nobody want to claim. That's why he's so salty about it. And his stupid post with like, what was it, the album with all the rings? For supposedly all the proposals he was gonna. Yes, he has a chain with he has a whole chain with engagement rings on it, like 20 something. And he like wrote a post about it, like how this is how many times he would have like. I was like, dang, that many women turn your ass down, like.
Nobody wants him.
But yeah.
Damn.
Anyways.
But I mean, at least he got Sexy Red pregnant. He said
that
first a stripper, and now I don't know. I guess what they say. Oh, he like them ratchet.
I was like, I'm not even necessarily mad about the Sexy Red thing.
Yeah,
I was just
me
more
neither.
like,
I'm just saying.
I was more like, no, how ironic,
right?
like that, and that's like, when I say that's not no disrespect to Sexy Red, like,
right.
It just in the sense of like he was like not trying to claim his first kid because of like this chick's like job or whatever she was like doing. I always hear different things. I always hear it was like soft porn, then like she's a painter, and then actually she's like a stripper. Like I don't know what she actually was, right? Mm-hmm. She's a great mom. That's all that matters. From what I've seen, she's an awesome mom. So what's it called? To then get with Sexy Red, not be in a relationship either, like, or like, I guess long term one enough to have a kid with someone. Does that make sense? It's not like she's like, he's like, oh, this is my chick. No, this is like my baby mama. Like I'm gonna have a kid with her. So, and then this I will say what I don't like about Sexy Red. It's not even the ratchetness. It's not even like necessary her being vulgar, right? Like I understand that. Like sometimes it's just the bars. Like I get that, but that's one thing. But then to be promoting like unsafe sex, that's not okay. Oh, damn. Like
wait, what?
She has like that nickname, but then also it's like making like STDs not seem like as big of a deal as they are. Like I'm like, you could, with young people listening to her, how much misinformation she'd be spreading, because
oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
So I'm like, that I don't agree with. Like no, like
it's all over the net,
right? And it has access. So then, like, if you make something so serious, lighthearted, and it's like not a big deal, that's not safe, And I can't like, and so from that fact alone, like I don't want to listen to her music because regardless, I was like, you might not listen to that song, but it's not like they look at it in that way. They're just like, oh, well, they're still listening. So obviously they're still supporting and like approving of the message that she's like, producing. So I'm like,
yeah.
When it comes to that, that's why I'm like, how are you okay with saying this is like your baby mama for those things that you know are wrong, and then like have had such a different attitude with the mother of your first kid. You know what I mean? Like, and he was like ashamed is what I took it as, you know, that he didn't want to like claim her like that because of what she did for a living, you know?
Exactly. And you know why though, right? Because all he cares about is trophies.
I mean,
get it?
That would make sense.
I think that was the name of a song, Trophies.
I think we just need to start believing that what they're writing about is what they're doing at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's like a metaphor. Think about it.
Yeah. That's why he's so subliminal with the shots.
Not too subliminal.
But nonetheless subliminal. He's not being direct. Like, well, I guess so a little bit, but still, like,
he could be
because you can't confirm it because he's not saying any names. He's being smart about that, you know. But like, if he were to come out and say the names, like, you can't deny it. You know what I'm saying? And it's all getting everyone to listen to it carefully. More plays. Mm-hmm. You know, he's a marketer.
He's whack. I didn't even bother listening. This is just off TikToks. Like, they're breaking down the lyrics for me.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Someone's listening. It's for all the dogs, I guess. The dogs are listening.
But who's gonna be like, oh, like, you know, like I guess dogs, right? But like,
yeah,
who would even want to say that out loud? Oh yeah, I listened to the new Drake album. Unless it's for your job.
Yeah. Or at least like because of the previous album, you know. Apparently, or like from what I was reading, that wasn't good at all.
And he did it with 21 Savage too. Remember they dropped the thing together, the album together.
Shit, I forgot about that.
I just that's for the meme
the 21 Deuce. Come on.
The fact that anytime anyone says 21, that's what they say.
But you see, I think that's like his thing. Like, yeah, but I'm gonna get y'all saying it. Like, I don't know. Or I don't even know at this point. I really don't. I really don't.
I
but
get what you're saying, but it's like cracking me up because it's more like we're making fun of it, you know? Because like they put him twerking, dude. You know, like Drake twerking and animated. I'm fucking dead. Exactly, because he's corny.
He's a dog. You got it.
I'm fucking dead.
He's like, yeah, and what? You know?
He's proud.
That's his attitude.
He's turning into his dad.
Oh, shit. Damn. Well, what else?
I think that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. You guys stay safe out there.
Yes.
You know.
How do you say it in these what?
In these streets. You know what I'm saying?
I'm dead.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's just be safe. Let me just say one thing. I never ever want to think about part of being a man is to manipulate. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to leave it at that. For all you dogs. There you have it. Anything else?
I was going to say you can mansplain that to us next week.
Yeah, I'll mansplain next week. I ain't got time for that right now. Until next time. We out. What the hell was that? Fucking Hardy Boy. Trying to throw up the peace sign. Look at that shit. Throwing a number 3. Anyway. Oh, what is it? Oh, yeah. On Inglourious Bastards. Remember? That's where he catches on because he does this instead of this. You remember that part? Anyways, it's time to go to bed. It's bedtime. We out.